Welcome everybody to Poke Battle Network. I am SosaFlow, and today we're going to be following a region. We are doing our regional roundup, and it is Arizona PoGo PVP again, bringing us their live in-person OGL tournament for November. These monthly tournaments have been growing. The community is ready for in-person stuff, and these practice battles are helping these battlers get into the OGL mindset for when they do their championship series battles. We are going to cut right into Phoenix, so let's get over to our good man, Creaser, who held it down, so big thank yous to him. I will be casting from the outside, but you will see all of the fun that we had on the live stream last Sunday. Be sure to tune in every Sundays when we have these tournaments and post them up because they are so much fun to watch, and the communities are just great people. Alright, for the first matchup, as you see there, Creaser setting the camera, we get to see these lovely battlers. We got Valor, Benito, and J-Jan. A couple of locals that have been really active since we started this region, and they are so excited to be here. There we go, J-Jan bringing out the Azumarill, and Valor Benito bringing out that Trevenant. He did a wonderful job. Immediate swaps into the Lickitung. Now, Valor Benito is going to throw that Seed Bomb. Going to put some chip damage on. I like the thought here. We're going to get that effective. Going to do some chunk and then possibly swap out. But he's going to stay in there. These licks are going to be super effective. As you see the health of Trevenant just going away. Almost to the yellow, but no. Trevenant still alive. Still showing that it's going to throw up another Seed Bomb. Boom. This is kind of interesting. These double Seed Bombs throws it into half health. This could help give Noctowl a better win con, but we'll have to take all of these Body Slams. Now, Body Slam ain't going to do anything to Noctowl. You can take a couple of them. Benito is acting as if he knows these gameplays. Looks like we have a little lag from J-Jan, but that's okay because Benito is still playing out. The battlers are still going. Another Body Slam goes through, and now that Noctowl's half health, but it's got that Sky Attack. Great job on Valor Benito to understand that he can get half health and throw the Sky Attack still. This Lickitung is almost out, and ooh, before it gets to the third Body Slam, down it goes. Azumarill's coming back. Azumarill's got the Ice Beam. Can he get to the Shadow Ball before? He can. Bubble takes too long to generate, and that Noctowl had energy prior. Boop. There goes the chip damage. Absolutely not going to shield. That is what you want anyways. Building up the energy. J-Jan understands he needs extra energy because there's still a Trevenant in the back. The Noctowl's done its job. It's going to go down without a shield. Back to your ball. Great job, Noctowl. Immediate taps on that Sableye. Y'all seeing that? That's insane. If he throws out that G-Fist too, this Sableye is going to have a hard time. Swaps out Sableye into the G-Fist. It is exactly what happened. Looks like we have 2 Rock Slides and a half. And here we go. This was live streamed on the channel. In comes the Rock Slide. So it looks like we might have a little lag here at the location, but that's fine, as Snapcasters have been amazing for us. The foul play is coming in. We're going to see our first shield from Valor Benito. So finally, the battlers are giving up shields. We are going to get an Earthquake coming in here. This Earthquake would be effective. This shield is absolutely needed. Sableye looks like he wants to throw down nothing but damage. But here's the thing. This is great on J-Jan. He understands that Valor Benito needs to keep that shield for that Trevenant because that Azumarill has tons of energy in the back. So the foul play is going to get shielded. No! Azumarill's got tons of energy. J-Jan's already understanding his win condition now. He's going to throw another foul play. It's going to knock the G-Fist into the red. G-Fist going for the Earthquake, but makes the catch! Oh, J-Jan! Wow! What a catch! Immediate swaps. Oh, tried to get the 2 extra taps. Gets the Ice Beam. J-Jan's in full control here. He's been disconnected, but we see on Valor Benito, this Ice Beam will take out the G-Fist, the Trevenant. The G-Fist will come back in the red as it's going to get bubbled down. And there's still the Sableye in the back as well. So even with this Rock Slide going through, J-Jan still has the Sableye with energy in the yellow, I believe. And yeah, what an amazing Yeah, one red. Oh, in the green. Sableye was in the green. Full health Sableye. That was very tough on Valor Bendito. It was a great play with the Noctowl, but keeping that switch timer so long gave a Azumarill play to build energy, gave J-Gen opportunity to bring in Sableye. So absolutely brilliantly done by the two battlers here. Now, while we're waiting for the battlers to lock in, I just want to say a big shout out to Creaser and Mudkip AZ, two admins on the AZ PoGo PVP here. Great battlers, amazing emphasis and passion here for the community. Like out here in Tucson, Mudkip is giving everybody all the hope and bringing all the battlers in, and he's so excited. And in Phoenix, it's great to have Creaser, who had the teams locked up prior and is just getting old people to come back now that we're back into live in person. Look, speak of Creaser, and there he is. So he's going to be doing the casting here for the tournament, but you'll watch at some point. He just stands and watches too. It's fun. So there is games that we will have Creaser full casting it. Dude, if you saw the trophy coming by, he has been wonderful for the community, putting these up for everybody. What a great person he is for our battling community out here in Phoenix, as we're getting into the second matchup now. It's Azu versus Azu. Creaser's getting into it. He looks real intrigued. The bubbles are gonna come in, and here we go. We're just gonna play the play rough game, it looks like, with these battlers. Just play rough on play roughs. Yeah. And that's the Azumarill game. I would be really intrigued if someone brought in a hydro pump in these games. That would be interesting. But we get the play rough going through, does the thing, and Lickitung comes in and gets energy, and oh, Valor Bendito's like, if you're gonna save swap Lickitung me, I'm gonna be prepared for it. And he is. He brings out the Ice Punch. He's going with the Medicham. He's got, I believe it's Ice Punch, and was that? That looked a little deep red for me. That is Psychic. The coloring's a little off on Valor Bendito's page, but it is Psychic there, so that would be not as good as Ice Punch as the Body Slam comes through. Now the Lick, super effective. The health of Medicham is going down. That's why if you like Scrafty, it could be Scrafty, especially if you've seen all these Lickitungs. But he's putting up a shield, he's punching it down. Medicham isn't as safe as Valor Bendito thought, and it is not a fully charged Medicham either. It is a 1475 Medicham, so there is still some energy to be put on this Medicham. Ice Punch still gets through. Look at that. J-Jan still in the shield command, brings out the Sableye, has energy on the Azumarill, is in total control of this battle. Valor Bendito is going to have to figure his way around this matchup. Creaser and I both trying to figure out what's happening. The Valor Bendito brings out the play rough first, and it goes off. That return is what you're going to be afraid of as a Azumarill. The shield comes in, the first shield, of course. We know all three Pokemon on J-Jan's side, and we understand that the Azumarill will not need to shield. So shield your Sableye with all of that energy to spam off. The macro play is here. The return gets shielded. That was a brilliant shield. That's a ton of energy lost on J-Jan. Valor Bendito trying to force out the second shield. Can he get it? We'll get the second shield. That shield for shield right there. This could actually put G-Fisk in a really good position here. So we've got Azumarill in the back with energy. We've got this loaded G-Fisk, or loaded Sableye ready to go, throwing off the return, and this should take out the Azumarill. In comes the G-Fisk, and now it's going to do a little Farm Frenzy. It could probably go and do a Farm Fest here. Maybe get a Earthquake and a half, going to throw the Rock Slide first, but the foul play CMP comes off. This will be a good chunk damage for the Sableye, and the Rock Slide is going in before. J-Jan has no shields. Gave them all up to save the Sableye, and Sableye does not survive. I thought maybe there might be a 1 HP in a dream there, but does not survive. Azumarill's got 2 Ice Beams. This could be enough to take out Valor Bendito with bubbles. So 1 Ice Beam comes through. Boop. Yeah. The second Ice Beam is there. Valor Bendito had a opportunity to build extra energy and couldn't get it done because that Sableye was loaded, and J-Jan understood the macro and realized his Sableye with energy needed to be saved and gets the win. GG's to both battlers. That was great play, even though the Medicham was there for the Lickitung. The Lickitung with energy still found ways. So maybe the Medicham needed to come in sooner with energy, or maybe the Lickitung, because that Lickitung got way too much energy there, and that's how J-Jan was able to spam off those body slams, and the Licks itself doing extra super effective damage on that psychic typing of Medicham and that the fighting typing Medicham put it in a tough scenario. They are playing at the wonderful Snapcasters cards and comics out there in Phoenix. Snapcasters Gaming and Lounging, a wonderful place we've been playing since July. Locked into the third battle now. Valor Benito versus J-Jan. This is a third game. Be sure to always battle your third games. Those are always key in definitely all practices. You always want that third game practice. You got Lickitung into the Azumarill, and that's tough, as the Lickitung there is going to put that Power Whip pressure down on the Azumarill. Now you got the shield, the bubbles coming in, and it's putting that fast move pressure down, but the Licks are building up, and the Lickitung has the Power Whip. The play ref will come through. Valor Benito is going to throw, and J-Jan's just going to let it go through. Ooh. So a bubble comes in, and the J-Jan is going to throw that Power Whip. Now this is the thing why Azumarill is such a good key riser. They can take a Power Whip, they can take a C-Bomb, and that's why Azumarill, I feel, is going to have an up-and-come resurgence in this dominant league, because he can do that such thing. And since those are like the only two things that are out there that hurt Sableye or Azumarill, an Ice Beam. You can just look at the damage Azumarill is doing. Like, they're not shielded. J-Jan's not shielding the Lickitung. So here comes the Power Whip, and we'll see what the Power Whip does to this Azu. Nothing. No, you could take one. See? You could take one, force another one. It's going to be a body slam. Will they give up the last shield? No. The body slam's going to go through. It's not going to take out the Azu. And the Azu is actually going to live with 1 HP, the Dream, and the Ice Beam. Now J-Jan has to ask, does he want to keep Switch or does he want to keep Shield? And he's going to lose Switch, he's going to keep Shield. His Azumarill comes in, takes out Valor Benito's Azumarill with 1 HP. Tapping away. There it is. It's the Trevenant back out, and this is why Azumarill with the shield is so permanent, because it can take the C-Bomb. We saw it take a Power Whip pretty well. Let's see what it does against that C-Bomb. Nothing. That C-Bomb did absolutely nothing to that Azumarill. This is a great matchup. Building up that, getting that last shield, absolutely brilliantly done. There you go, Azumarill, great Pokemon there. J-Jan in the driver's seat now. These are the traps that Trevenant and Lickitung end up for you, is that you'll see things like Azumarill, which will come out and it will draw out the Lickitung, and then your Trevenant will be stuck beaming in Ice Beams. Like, here comes another Ice Beam, almost KO in that Trevenant. Banked in the back with energy, but it is the Sableye, and it's the Registeel. Even though Registeel hasn't been shown through a bunch of tournaments lately, it is still a dominant steel typing there. J-Jan definitely rocking that Registeel tank version. He's playing a tank meta. All of his Pokemon are super healthy, can take a hit or two. So this is the J-Jan team, the tank meta line, soaking up energy and playing off of shields. He even gets the debuff. Didn't need the debuff, still got the debuff. Zap Cannon would take out that Sableye and do the damage on it, and it just didn't even need the debuff, but it got it anyways. Building up for another energy here, for another Zap Cannon. Gonna throw another Foul Play. Again, debuffed. Not gonna do anything. There's still the Trevenant in the back on Valor Benito. Let's see if he's gonna lock this down all the way before another foul play. And yes, he does lock it down before the next foul play and throws off the Zap Cannon before the Trevenant can throw a move. Registeel still showing everybody that it's a good Pokemon to play with. Here we go into Creaser now, and we're going to follow him throughout the night too. The Omega Project, a battler who came up over in our other Kanto Cup, has come to a couple of our tournaments. We are so excited to see new battlers showing up to AZ PVP all the time. We're just waiting for Silph to drop the new season in January, and these monthly tournaments will be Silph. Right now we're giving OGL practice to battlers as Creaser's bringing out an interesting team, and we will break that in between battles. But we're going to start off G-Fisk into the Lickitung. Now the Medicham comes out, and it's Frostlass immediately. Yes, I said it, Frostlass. He is bringing out this beautiful Pokemon, one of the great top battling Pokemon in Silph. And we all know how to play it. Frostlass with energy can dominate any meta, and Frostlass, after watching Warsaw, seems like it's making its presence known. So here comes the big throw. Will Omega Project give up a shield, or will he think it's a bait? Doesn't give a shield, and it's not a bait, and it's down Medicham. That is huge. Look at that Frostlass. That health is not good, and it's Lickitung coming back, and Frostlass has enough energy to throw another Avalanche. So Frostlass, like I just said, showing its dominance on field, and that is probably why most of the battlers in the top 8 of Warsaw were rocking her yesterday, this weekend, because oh my goodness, what an amazing Pokemon. The meta is shifting, and it's gonna be beautiful. The Lickitung's gonna throw energy. G-Fisk, not really worried about anything he's gonna throw. The Power Whip will be effective, will be damaging, but not as tough. That steel typing really puts a hurt down first. So an Earthquake will come through. Will Omega Project give up the shield to throw another charge move off this Lickitung? No, the Lickitung actually survives in the red, could actually get the next charge move off that Lickitung too, and farmed down City. Not Ninetales? Is it Ninetales in the back? It is, as it's Ember Ninetales Shadow version with 2 shields. That would be why you want to 2-shield this. All the energy on G-Fisk, but it's Creaser with the dominance, because look at what's in the back. He's got that Lantern. Wonder if it's Water Gun Lantern or Spark Lantern. We'll have to find out. Could be Charge Beam Lantern. Would be silly, but could be. One shield doesn't shield it, and it's just Water Gun down. Ooh, Creaser gonna 2-shield this? Ooh, he might, but Ninetales could be rocking that Solar Beam. The last thing you want to do is just give up some easy W's, and it is Overheat exposed, and that is a good sign, as you see Creaser liking that indeed. Now you can feel a little more comfortable bringing in Lantern. Let us talk about Creaser's team here. As Creaser's rocking with G-Fisk, the Alolan Ninetales, Trevenant, Frostlass, Lantern, and Scrafty. Loving this meta. This team is very new meta team. I think Omega Project brought in a very good meta team. I think Creaser is bringing in the new meta when the season shifts, when the meta shifts, because the Frostlass is out. We've seen Lanterns playing now. I know I talked real good about Azumarill last time, and all of that, but I feel like Lantern is also now fair game here in this meta, depending on what you need. If you need Bubble and Azumarill for Ice, sure, but if you want that water pressure, Water Gun Surf is still a great oppressive move, and gives you great coverage. Lot of stuff happening. Creaser versus the Omega Project. We are so excited to see it, and look at that. Frostlass is going to get the lead, and it's into Ninetales. Ooh, that's the tough one about Frostlass. The battler Omega Project making a beautiful call, and look at Ember chunking away at this G-Fisk and makes the catch. Ooh, even though it's a meta team, Omega Project playing like he's a pro. There's nothing wrong with that. He knows the Azumarill can take the rock slide. Look at that. Beautifully done. As he takes the rock slide, the Bubble's putting down the work now, building the energy. Probably going to look to get that G-Fisk into the red. Here comes the first Earthquake, though. Will he shield it? No. Azumarill not best buddied. That's interesting. At that 14.99, could be rank 1 Azumarill. XL Buddy throwing off the next Ice Beam. I don't think this will take it out. I think you still need 2 more bubbles. And you will a couple more bubbles, but look at the energy. Can he get to the Earthquake? Gets to the Earthquake. Oh no. Omega Project forced to figure out if he has to shield or has to lose the switch. Going to lose the switch, going to expose the Pokemon, and this is great because now Creaser can marry up that Lantern with that Ninetales. Bada bing, bada boom, and we know that Ninetales isn't rocking Solar Beam, so it's Frostlass coming on that Lickitung. Now, yes, Lickitung is a great wall to Frostlass indeed, but Lickitung's only thing is that it's got that lick pressure. Doesn't have to shield, so Creaser can recognize this and not shield the Frostlass if he doesn't want to, and at least save 1 shield from Lantern. So all that energy on the Frostlass. Will he give up the shield? He is going to give up the shield. The Power Whip, a good shield. This would have taken him down to the red, but he wants to get off another Avalanche, almost at 2 Avalanches, and that was a Power Whip too. So the Lickitung needs to build energy for a while here. Could get to that 3rd Avalanche. The second one gets shielded. Look at that. Lickitung in the red. The Frostlass gets that Avalanche off. Oh, if he doesn't shield, it's going to be a frosty grave for Lickitung. Oh, the shield comes through, and Lickitung gonna throw the energy. Creaser understands he's got to keep his shield. It is the Power Whip, not gonna take out that Frostlass. Thinking he could Water Gun this down, not gonna happen, as Lickitung could probably get to a Body Slam. And yeah, the Surf comes through first. Great job there. Doesn't matter, you have a shield to get whatever energy you need off this Ninetales, and you're Water Gunning it. Like, you are doing wonderful here, Creaser. This looks like he's in total control of this battle here, even though he lost the lead with the Frostlass. Losing the switch in the matchup there on the Azumarill really put Omega Project in a worse condition there and gave the advantage back to Creaser. It is the overheat, as it was exposed last battle, so Creaser understood he didn't have to shield anything there and can at least do it. The Shadow Ninetales with that extra attack damage doesn't matter, because that 192 health HP Lantern takes down the Ninetales with Surf. Woo! Creaser playing beautifully there. Well done. Omega Project kind of shot himself in the foot in that last one, giving up the switch, but what can you do? 2 shields, so much going on. It was understandable. We're going to go back into Creaser's team, though, because we didn't really touch on this. It has Scrafty, Frostlass, and Lantern. And those 3 Pokemon have been new in the new season of GBL. Frostlass this recently with Warsaw. Scrafty has been a wonderful add-on because of those counters. Does hurt those normals and power-up punches too. You can get foul plays. It does some neutral damage to Metachamp, but if you get against Obstagoons or anything like that, it gets the W with the power-up punch. So that is great on Scrafty there to be that effective. And it's tanky and it's good. The Lantern is tanky with the Surf. Now Lantern's been opened up, and we are seeing as it opens up the lead again. Oh no! Creaser made the call thinking his opponent was going to bring in the Ninetales lead, and he does. And look at that, brings out the Scrafty in the back as well. So he's okay to just keep this in, throw a Thunderbolt, get a shield, get chip damage, and then swap out. But Lantern is there for the for the Azumarill, as the other 2 Pokemon can handle Ninetales as well. Look at that Water Gun. Da 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 da, it's Water Gun. Bubble's gonna come through. It's gonna be a Play Rough. Lantern, again, healthy. We've said it twice now, 190 HP. That is why this Pokemon is so good in battle, because it can soak up just like a Lickitung, and then it can throw off a Thunderbolt just as damaging against Flyers. All that double. Woo! Creaser, my guy, you're in the deep red. Like 2 bubbles and you're done. You got your double Surf. Just throw, man. Just throw. This Surf does KO the Azumarill. He banks the Surf and is tapping vigorously to make sure his Lantern stays alive. He's got about 3 HP, so anything that goes through won't KO him unless it's a charm. But he made the swap. He's got the Rock Slide, and that's going to be super effective against this Ninetales. Will he get the shield from Omega Project? Doesn't. Ninetales gonna take that hit, and look at the mud shots too are chipping away. This is not a good matchup. Makes the swap. What a catch. Omega Project showing us he's the catch king out here in AZ. Another beautiful catch done by him. Creaser maybe still sipping on champagne from the first 2 battles, but is in a 3rd battle here and has to make sure to give it everything he's got. Omega needing the practice and gets the catching, making great calls. If he takes away anything from this round, it's that he can make a good catch call, and he's got it. And this tournament is on point for him. So he's gonna get a probably Rock Slide to the face off this G-Fizz and call it. And I don't think Omega is expecting the Scrafty in the back. So now we've got a Rock Slide banked up, a Surf banked up. Scrafty is in the matchup. Rock Slide is coming through. And here you go. Return the favor on catching that energy, but it doesn't matter. Scrafty's so healthy. Scrafty no care. GG. That power-up punch is just going to start rolling and rolling and rolling. Gives up the Earthquake. Remember, he's got Surf on Lantern, Rock Slide on G-Fizz. He's throwing out power-up punches now. No shield from his opponent. What is in the back again? Is it still the Ninetales alive? Oh, the power-up punch counter. Look at that damage. Did you see how much health that just went away from that Ninetales? This overheat will not KO Scrafty. Oh, double KO there. Goes out with the shield. Omega Project. GG's. His Creaser takes his first round as well. So we are going to see who our second round is. And it's going to be Mudkip versus J-Jan. Woo! The Tucson local hero versus Phoenix's one and only J-Jan. The battlers are primed, and we're right into the matchup. The camera's still getting set, but we've got Azu into Trevenant, and J-Jan knows Trevenant is still not as scary as it used to be. It's not Halloween anymore. It's fall. You're kind of just a sad, scary tree throwing off seed bombs now. As of course the lag coming through there on it. But if you just keep watching J-Jan, it seems that one is going to be the best one that hasn't been stopped yet. A shield will come through for Mudkip as he keeps his Trevenant alive. Gonna keep chunking away and eating up this farm. It doesn't seem like the lag is happening in game, just happening on screen. He's got his headphones in and another seed bomb coming out. J-Jan gonna shield it this time. Ice beam coming through. Will Mudkip give up his final shield? It looks like it did. It did. His final shield gives up 2 shields already. Mudkip going in strong here. Gets the last seed bomb, and look at how healthy Trevenant is. Now J-Jan has shield advantage, and there is the Noctowl, and welcome to the game, Swampert. Mudkip loves his Swampert. This is one of his beauties, his babies. This player is on point as Swampert's just going to start shooting off Hydro Cannons. Yeah, look at what Shadow Swampert does to a Noctowl. Now J-Jan built up a ton of energy. The Shadow Ball should be able to take out Swampert from here because of that Shadow defense debuff. No! Swampert still survives and gets the second Hydro off. Will this draw the shield from the Noctowl? It will not. It will not. Great job from Mudkip knowing that his Swampert can stay alive. Great job, Swampert. Oh, look. It is a Medicham in the back, and Trevenant is still healthy. Now, Trevenant can get to the Seed Bomb. I believe the Ice Punch will take it to the deep red. I don't think it KOs. Mudkip is doing a little head nod dance, and no! 1 HP in a dream! It is the Shadow Ball. We will see Medicham, the last Pokemon on J-Jan, getting shielded. Absolutely, no matter what. Even if it's the Seed Bomb, you don't want to be all down that energy, especially when you see that you're giving up your last shield, and it is the G-Fizz with Earthquakes. Look at that Mudkip rocket, or JJ rocket, the dynamic punch. Does Mudkip expect this? Oh no, this could be KO for G-Fist. Dynamic punch. Not all the way through. The earthquake comes up though. Mudkip puts his hands up. The earthquake. No! The emotion from the battlers. As you see, 1 HP in a dream. Double KO. Oh no. Good effort from both battlers. Giving up 2 shields in the early, only to be double KO'd. Wow, that is tough. JGen had a demanding lead there, being able to keep that pressure on Trevenant. But Trevenant still came out and gave Mudkip that double KO action. So now they will probably reset this battle here, and we'll do this first matchup again. The community is laughing and enjoying good battles, having fun. Round 2 is up. We're looking at Mudkip's team, and he's got some spice too, as he's bringing in the Swampert Shadow, Skarmory, Como, Hisuian Quillfish, Galarian Stunfisk, and Trevenant. I like the Hisuian Quillfish, almost like a Drapion, but could have tons of play depending on the moveset. Como, woo! Someone loves that close combat. That Dragon Tail pressure is so good, especially against Alterias, and can get you that Dragon Claw, so I like his options on Como. This battle is definitely playing with Pokemon that he wants to play with, that can handle the meta. So Swampert is his numero uno Pokemon. He loves it so much, that's why he's called Mudkip DayZ. So he will probably bring out Swampy again, because he loves it so much. There's JGen there making hard thoughts, trying to figure out Mudkip's team. Mudkip's already locked. And it's real tough to know Mudkip's team. That's the beauty about in-person team. You can build the meta team, practice against meta, all that stuff. But then you see someone bringing in Hisuian Quillfish, and you're like, oh god. It's a whole different game now. Oh, the Trevenant catches the Medicham lead as the 2 battlers lock into game 2. We get the Noctowl and we see G-Fist coming in. Mudkip got the Skarmory in the back as the first move will come off. It will be the Rock Slide. Building up the energy. We see it is Sableye in the back as well. That's great. JGen making the proper adjustments. Sableye, one of the best save swaps here. Great to call out the G-Fisk. Now gets the Shadow Ball on the G-Fisk, because nobody likes shielding the Shadow Ball on G-Fisks. That's why Noctowl's so good. It gets a G-Fisk down to half health. Even with extra energy, Mudkip's throwing off a second Rock Slide. Now that's super effective. Great. But another Shadow Ball is coming through, and this could force the G-Fisk to shield or drop the G-Fisk into deep red. Into the deep red it goes. Into the deep red it goes. Noctowl getting off all of the energy in Chunk. Gonna probably just let this go. Say goodbye, as the health is there to be farmed up by Sableye. All 3 Pokemon have been exposed. It looks like we're a little bit off. It looks like JGen's is ahead. So the Rock Slide will come through, get through the Sableye, just do the chip damage, and G-Fisk says goodbye. Mudkip gets that chip damage, and he brings in Skarmory. And look at that. There's the return. 2 shields on both battlers, and this is where you kind of don't want to be with JGen. There are 2 shields, and you have to get this Skarmory off the table, or else that Trevenant was going to be seeing that Medicham. Like, this is just tough on JGen here. Gonna give up a shield on the first fly move for the Sableye, as Mudkip is in just such a commanding lead. Took the first foul play like a champ, that Skarmory. Great Season 1, still Season 1 Pokemon leader. You definitely look into it for a Steel typing if you like that. It's got quiet double Steel action here on Mudkip's team, and you would never expect it. You wouldn't even see it coming, as the Trevenant comes back, and it is going to be foul plays. Skarmory is just in too good of a position to be doing any more chunk damage. Gives up a shield, brings out the Medicham. Medicham healthy, but Mudkip brought in that Trevenant early in time. The Ice Punch won't do it, but the Shadow Ball will come through first. Gives up the shield. The Ice Punch comes through. The last shield down from J-Jan. Mudkip has to take this. It will not KO. So Trevenant can still get to another Seed Bomb here. Keep your eyes on the J-Jan screen. Can he do it? Can he do it? Ice Punch. Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball goes through. Oh, J-Jan needed to bank some extra energy, but tried to make the count. CMP goes to the terrifying tree as Shadow Claws happen, and it looks like Mudkip will take that matchup. Skarmory in the back, pure dominant, scared J-Jan, had to give up the shield, had to bank extra energy on that Medicham. Tough battles. Great call from Mudkip to play Skarmory in this matchup. We're going to get some camera movement again, looking at all the battlers. How great is that? Creaser doing what he can to help the community and show off what we're doing here in in-person tournaments in Arizona. It is so much fun to be back in the in-person tournament. I am so excited. And you should be too, because with all of that being back, it's so great. You get to meet so many different battlers and some different play styles. And the fun thing about it too is that communities start forming their specific play style. You might have seen it in Discord, how you guys are, your groups are always bringing in the same Pokemon or know what to bring. Because you're in the same group, and then you go and play somebody else and they don't know what you're bringing and you don't know what they're bringing, and that's what communities are here for, because you get players like Mudkip that help grow and build other battlers as well, because tough battlers who can play Spice help open up meta battlers who only understand meta, and not because they don't care about playing other Pokemon. They're just not exposed to what other Pokemon can do. So bringing in Frostlass, bringing in Quillfish, bringing in Como and Scrafty here helps expose battlers to other metas that metas could be shifting. And that's the beauty of these communities. So I'm so excited that we have in-person back as these battlers are trying to get who is going to win round 2 and move on to the round 3 finals. Foul play coming in hot for this Skarmory. Boom! He's going to take it. Mudkip knows what he can do. He is gonna be on J-Jan here, going straight for the Brave Bird. Immediate shield. J-Jan knows Sableye is the key. J-Jan feels Sableye is the key here. Immediate swap, because you don't want that debuff on yourself, especially if you got your shield. You're good, you're done. Swampy comes in. Foul play is gonna go off. Gonna get a shield. Mudkip nodding, jamming out to what he has. Gonna keep his favorite starter alive. He doesn't need to send it to Nurse Joy right now. So Hydro Cannon going to do and grab a shield, and in comes another foul play. Be sure to check out J-Jan's screen right now. You got some lag happening on Mudkip, but he doesn't care. He's jamming, he's feeling good. Feels like this is where he wants to be. Feels like he's in just this, I want to be here. Like I've got all your shields. My Swampy with 2 Hydro Cannons now on this Noctowl. We saw how much damage 1 Hydro Cannon did last time on Noctowl. We didn't see if 2 could KO it. It looks like 2 can KO this Noctowl, but no, the Sky Attack comes out first. Mudkip jamming away. He feels it. He knows it. The Swampert says goodbye. He pointed away, said, "Good job, good friend." Back to the Pokeball. Brings out his no longer debuff Skarmory, because when you swap out, you lose your debuffs, and the Shadow Ball catch onto the G-Fist. Now that Skarmory has energy banked in the back for that Sky Attack, so we'll see how that plays out later. J-Jan feels like he's in an uphill battle, but it actually is in a lot of his favor. Mudkip trying to figure out what he's doing. I love this kid. He's so great, so passionate about battling. And J-Jan throws the Sky Attack. Gonna take this Lax Rock Slide, get the chip damage. Rock Slide's gonna take out this Noctowl, and we'll see what he brings in next. Brings back out the Medicham. Remember, J-Jan has Dynamic Punch on this Medicham, which would kind of be more effective on that Skarmory because of that Steel typing. Not super, but a little more effective. And Earthquake will do the damage. There is a Sky Attack loaded on that Skarmory. I don't know where that accent came from. On that Skarmory. Sableye coming in. Oh, makes the Swamp King. Oh, he's going to farm this down. Ooh, this is tough. The Sky Attack will go through. Sableye will get KO'd here. Oh, it's the Brave Bird. Brave Bird will go through. Mudkip knows. Mudkip knows there's dynamic punch, tons of energy, and JJan takes the matchup. It is 1-1 here. Woo! These battlers giving us amazing matchups. Whoa, that's some good play by both battlers. Great adjustments by JJan, leading with the Sableye and giving those shields there and keeping the Mrs. Puncher in the back. Mudkip, obviously we're having some problems on his side, but technical wise, but he has brought in that Skarmory twice now, and that's been really exciting. I think Kreezer is going to try to do the tournament here. So we are going to see if he's going to cast this last matchup here. I know he wants to. He did such a great job so far, holding down the tournament TL. I could not be up there this weekend. I really wanted to, but he's been running up in the Phoenix. I'm running down here in Tucson, and Tucson will have their Open Great League on the 27th of November. So get ready, Tucson, for your OGL. If Phoenix players want to come, we're always excited and welcoming. We had Hisui and Ryan from New Mexico come out and battle in Tucson's first tournament, so it was so excited as it's Qwilfish into Sableye. Ooh, and this is what I'm talking about, because now you're fully exposed to the Qwilfish to see what it can do. And Qwilfish swaps out and gets into the G-Fisk, into the Noctowl. Qwilfish has been called the Drapion of its time, just a little less healthier, but I feel like you can get away with a little more of Qwilfish, because anything you can put Shadow Ball on is a great Pokemon to put, because that's Shadow Ball shield pressure, as the Rock Slide will come through and gets the Noctowl into the yellow. We've seen this Noctowl brought out every matchup now from JJan here, knowing the presence of the Noctowl and how good it is. Swampert came in 2 matches. This is the 4th battle, but it is 1-1, as the first battle was double KO. These battlers are showing us what top tier battling looks like here in Phoenix. The Rock Slide goes through. The Rock Slide takes the Noctowl to the red. Will the Mud Shots do anything? No. And JJan banks energy on the Noctowl in the back. That could be huge. So gonna throw the Rock Slide, makes the catch, gets it onto the Medi. That's fine. He gets the Skarmory in now and the Medicham with Ice Punch and Dynamic Punch. I wonder what he's going to do. He's going to go straight for the Ice Punch. Just going to do it. Maybe get the shield, right? Maybe he's built up for Dynamic, gets the shield, won't get the shield. Skarmory's like, all right, I can take anything. You're a fighter. Look at what my Air Slashes are doing. Another Ice Punch will come through. The Air Slashes will KO this Medicham, and Skarmory could just farm this down. Oh no. Doesn't shield. Gonna force the energy off of the Skarmory. In comes the Sky Attack, and no shield from JJan. There's energy banked on Noctowl, but you kind of have to bring in Sableye, because that Noctowl is not healthy enough and would be KO'd by a Night Slash or Air Slash immediately. Shield comes in, immediate shield. This is not looking in favor of JJan. He looked like he had good position, but Hisui and Qwilfish kind of threw a wrench in all of his plans, and he brings back out the Sableye, gonna throw the Rock Slide. Does JJan remember it was a Rock Slide? And he does. He's gonna let this go through because he understands it's all on Hisui and Qwilfish. And look at it, it's got the Shadow Ball and Aqua Tail. And like I said, anything with Shadow Ball is a beast of a Pokemon. Now it's Foul Play coming through. Sableye could throw the return. There's tons of energy. JJan did a great job banking up the energy, and that is why Mudkip kept 2 shields. Kreezer, kind of like extremely worried for JJan here. The Aqua Tail comes through, and Kreezer's not allowed to talk about what the moveset is, and that's why he kind of feels limited to discuss it, because I can say that it's a Shadow Ball. Kreezer had those guys right across from him as the Aqua Tail is going to take the Sableye into the deep red. Oh my goodness, there's a shield. It's got to be returned. It's got to be shielded. Hisui and Qwilfish comes up huge in this matchup. And Noctowl, even with the energy, can't take the poison. And Qwilfish wins the tournament, or wins the round for Mudkip AZ. GG's to Mudkip AZ. We're going to get into round 2 for Kreezer now, as he is battling immediately a new battler that's joined us for the Phoenix scene. They're rocking the Altaria, Marowak, Zoomerl, Trevenant, G-Fisk, and Medicham. That Frostlass lead is huge there as it gets to G-Fisk and makes the catch. Ooh, Creaser's soaking up that Omega Project vibe right now as he's trying to make catches on catches. And there it is. It is Alolan Marowak. Oh, it is Hex Alolan Marowak. Hex builds up better for Alolan Marowak, but the fire spins do extra chunk damage. So we'll see what it's going to throw. It's going to be a Bone Club, right? Super effective, but yeah, Creaser not really worried where Rock Slide and Earthquake can and should be shielded by the Marowak. Build up for Rock Slide, or build up for Earthquake, throw the Rock Slide, gets the shield. Can he go for the Earthquake here? He starts tapping over to the shield as the next Hex comes through, and it looks like it's going to be another Bone Club here. Too early to be a Shadow Bone. Bone Club goes through. It is 4 Hexes for a Shadow Bone, and Creaser's aware of this. Creaser well into the matchup here. Ooh, gets another Rock Slide coming through. There he goes. It's that last shield from the Marowak. Marowak gonna throw another Bone Club here. Gonna get shielded finally. And can get to the Rock Slide, can get to the Earthquake. Can he get to it before another Bone Club? He can, as that last Hex was where the Bone Club energy was needed. Couldn't get to it. The Earthquake will go through and KO this Marowak. Keeping the switch advantage and the shield advantage. Ooh, it's Frostlass into Trevenant, and he took a couple extra taps thinking the Trevenant wasn't gonna swap in, and doesn't swap in, so he throws the Avalanche. This will be super effective. Trevenant is out of order, and it looks like it's G-Fisk and Frostlass. There's still a shield and tons of Pokemon on Creaser's side, as it can just go for the Shadow Ball. Frostlass showing her dominance. Ooh. She had made a presence in Warsaw, and she is going to make a presence in the next round of tournaments. It is going to be Latinum, which will be the next round. Latinum AIC. So we'll see what Latinum does. Frostlass still survives the Rock Slide. Great job there. Has a shield for the Trevenant. He can take a Rock Slide, take an Earthquake, and then shield whatever else is in the back. Doesn't have to shield this. Creaser feeling comfortable. Runs his hand through his hair like smooth operator. Great job for Creaser leading with the Frostlass. Let's look at the teams as Creaser's going to shut down game 1 here with that Seaball. I'm surprised we didn't see Lantern yet, but it could be because he thought Trevenant was absolutely going to play, because Trevenant's probably absolutely going to play. Because of that Lantern, so that was beautiful. Well done there. I like the opportunity. We might see Altaria lead. That's why he brings in Frostlass, because you bring in Altaria leads, one of the best ones, especially when you see a Charmer and G-Fisk. One of the best things top battlers do is, yes, it's great to bank it in the back, sure, but they also are expecting you to bank it in the back. They're trying to swap in to lock in on it. So the best way to get it so you can bank it in the back is lead with it. The problem is Frostlass leads are extremely dangerous, because if you don't catch it, Frostlass with energy and shields in the back against any Pokemon can be real dangerous. So leading with Frostlass is so smart. He did such a great job there. OGL too, he's got gonna bring Frostlass in the back. Look at that, brought in the Charmer too, because he thinks Altaria is gonna come in. So that looks like a triple anti-Altaria line, right? Triple anti-flyer. I don't think he believes that Trevenant will lead. We'll see what Lantern does, and it is into the Stunfisk. Stunfisk was good against Frostlass. Will it be a good lead against Lantern? Probably not, because it's Water Gun. We'll see how quickly this thing gets off the table. Not quick enough. Not quick enough. Almost a quarter of the health is gone before a Rock Slide can come through. If you want to build for the Earthquake, always build for the Earthquake. Build that extra energy and then throw the Rock Slide. Maybe get in your opponent's head for a bait situation. If you're in such a hard loss like that, that will help you out in your matchups for sure and get you better chances at getting that shield. In comes the Surf, gets the shield there. Again, Rock Slide, he doesn't need to shield this. He's going to shield this though. Middly is being very aggro on to Creaser, throwing rock slide after rock slide after rock slide. We get a surf coming through, and it is KOing that G-Fisk and taking it out. And it's a Azumarill. Oh, it's a shiny yellow Azumarill. So beautiful. 1490. So it's not the number one Azumarill. Is it a Best Buddy or XL? Creaser might take that into note. Could take some damage off of it. This is going to be a play rough, and that is going to take Lantern into the deep red, thinking that Lantern might be KO'd. And look at that. It's now that Frostlass, or now that Alolan Marowak has shown it's not fire, it's Hex. Ninetales can feel super comfortable to come in because that Fire Spin isn't going to do anything. That Hex isn't going to do anything, and Fire Spin is the only move that Ninetales was super worried about. Because of those fast move damages adding up, that's why Ninetales would have to shield a charge move. But because Hex doesn't do anything, you could take a Bone Club. You could take a Shadow Bone. You could maybe take a Shadow Ball. But you can chunk down anything. In this battle, it looks like he's just throwing charge move right off the bat. Bone Club it, Shadow Bone it is, and look at that. See? And look, Hex not doing anything. Charms are still chunking away. Could he get to that Weather Ball before the Hex takes him out? Ooh! 4 Hexes takes him out. Here's the thing, if he taps on to that Lantern, he's got to be able to get that surf in time and can't do it. But was that CMP? He did tap it. Will he let this go? He's going to tap it. He's going to take out this Alolan Marowak, which he absolutely should. Hex would be super effective against the Frostlass, and Frostlass can come in now against anything on his team and dominate. You have Trevenant, Altaria, and Medicham and Azumarill left, and Frostlass with the Shadow Ball can do damage to all of those things. This will be a play rough. It will be effective. How many play roughs does he have banked up is the real question. Creaser really playing this matchup out, going for the Avalanche. Gonna go double Avalanche here. Let's see if that should take out this Azumarill into the yellow. All right, into the deep yellow. Can he get to the Shadow Ball before the next play rough or Ice Beam? Gets it in time. You see the exhale on his face. You see the eyebrows pop up. Creaser was sweating it for sure, but he gets the Shadow Ball in time and KOs the Azumarill. Woo! He lost count of energy on his opponent, as we all did as well. That was real tough, sweating it out. 13,475 wins right there as he takes round 2 of this OGL tournament. We will get into the third battle, of course, because that is what you do, and that is how you should be playing out all your matches, especially in practice tournaments. Woo! Creaser, great battles, great battles. Yeah, he is going to be playing Mudkipped AZ in the finals. Gonna have to finish off Middly here. Grateful that Middly came to play Midimili. Grateful that Midimili came to play this month. Haven't seen them in the scene yet, so hopefully they'll be coming by more often. We saw Mega Project come through our last time with a Kanto Cup, and it's all Trevenant into Medicham, and that's not what you want. And there's the Altaria, and this is why Altaria has been put into the back the whole time. This is why Frostlass could be a very huge meta shift for all of us here. Not the Moon Blaster, definitely the Sky Attack. Gonna just keep farming away. Gonna farm it down, throws the Avalanche. Will he get the shield to force his opponent to throw the energy? Knowing that he could still take a Sky Attack, he is. Creaser is just gonna go and gets the second Avalanche before the second Sky Attack comes through. Frostlass, girl, you are something else. You icy, girl. You icy. Frostlass gonna be able to build up 2 Shadow Ball. Gonna have to throw a shield, a Psychic if it needs it. Not in time. The Shadow Ball comes through, and that is gonna be so difficult for Midimili because it is just nothing but ghost pressure here. Again, we have a double ghost team, as you see on Creasers. It's been favorited by a lot of battlers, as you see in GL over here in Phoenix as well. Almost every battler had some sort of double ghost. You've got Midimili here with Trevenant and Alolan Marowak. You've got Creaser with Trevenant and Frostlass. We saw Sableye and Trevenant as well. So great opportunity here for Ghost. And it's Psychic. That'll do some damage. Look at this. It's a Trevenant in the back. And oh, commanding control here. Can just do anything. Can take the seed bombs. Cruiser feeling good. He's thinking about his next matchup. No, he's thinking about this matchup right now. Head in the game. Sorry, if he was looking off, I'd say he's looking at the next matchup, but he's very focused right now. Still wants to put a strong 3-0 hold down and sweep it all up. Now, Cruiser and Midi Melee are definitely throwing out the jabs. The seed bomb comes through. It gets shielded. Trevenant's in the back with the Shadow Ball ready to go for that Medicham. And it is a Rock Slide coming out for the last Trevenant here. There is no shield for that Trevenant as it goes down, and it is the Medicham coming out. And will it be a Rock Slide or an Earthquake? Can he get to the Earthquake in time? Gets to the Earthquake in time. Doesn't even need the Trevenant. Earthquake on the Medicham will take it out. Send it back to Nurse Joy to go get healing. And Melee will get 0-3'd. GG's. Cruiser takes the matchup. Ding, 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 ladies and gentlemen, battlers from all over. We have the finals here in the Open Great League. Arizona PoGo PVP's admins and top tier battlers are fighting it out in the finals. It did not take an easy run for either of them to do it, as we are now seeing Cruiser versus Mudkip. We have seen this rivalry happen before, Cruiser taking out on top with the Umbreon, but there is no Umbreon now on Cruiser's team, so we'll see if Mudkip is feeling better. Look, he's got a best buddy Umbreon too, just to get into Mudkip's head, because Mudkip hates that thing, but he's ready for it. Both battlers are ready for it. We will see how it lays out. You've got Swampert versus Skarmory versus Como with Hisuian Quillfish, Galarian Stunfisk, and Trevenant. And on the other end, on Cruiser's team, you've got Galarian Stunfisk, Ninetales Alolan, Trevenant, Frostlass, Lantern, and Scrafty. So, very interesting. The counter user that has the dark typing on it as well, so it kind of does put a hurt onto Hisuian Quillfish, but as you can see here, there is no double ghost on Mudkip, so he does not care so much about this dark typing, as he can still play anything out there. We expect to see Como, I expect to see Skarmory, Swampert for sure. It's going to be a matchup out of control. Ninetales, will Ninetales play? We don't know. I'd like to see Ninetales. It did come out. I didn't know if it was just going to be bench pressure for Cruiser or not, but he brought it out in a matchup earlier and won game 2 with it. Looking hard again at his lineup. Trevenant, Frostlass, Scrafty. He's locked. Mudkip is jamming away on screen in the game and goes off. And it is Trevenant into Como. There it is, that lovely dragon with Dragon Tail. All right, Dragon Tail putting on real good chunk damage. They're both teaming up together, and that's going to be a Dragon Claw. Builds up the energy so fast, too. So Trevenant's going to let this go through. Como rocking the Dragon Claw in close combat, so absolutely going to throw that Dragon Claw first. Gets the Dragon Tail in. If he shields this, he keeps this Como healthy, and Trevenant takes down into the yellow, maybe red. It is in the red, and the Frostlass made the swap. Como chunking away and gonna throw another charge move. This could be the close combat. Mudkip nodding his head. Will he get shielded? No. The Dragon Claw bait doesn't come through. Look at what Como is doing. He says, I don't care if you're ice. I don't care if you're shadow or dragon or ghost typing. I am putting down the hurt with these Dragon Tails. The Dragon Claw gets a shield. So let's get this straight. One Pokemon just took 2 Pokemon down to the deep red and a shield. Took some energy for sure, but oh my goodness, Como's so strong. There it is, the shield from the Trevenant, and then another Avalanche ready to go. I don't know if Mudkip wanted that to get the Shadow Claw through, maybe KO that Frostlass, but it didn't, and the G-Fisk is there, and it's got the energy, and look at that, it's Scrafty with Power Up Punch. Oh, and he knows it too. What a spike to the camera. Scrafty with power-up punch. He's going with the foul play first. He's having fun. Creaser feeling really good. Mudkip is in a very uphill battle here, so he will have to regroup for game 2. Earthquake won't take out the Scrafty here. Takes it to the yellow. And these power-up punches just doing what they do to counters. Like, yeah. Woo! What a cheesebo spike. But we love it. We love to see it. Battlers having fun in the community. Oh, yeah. So, Mudkip with that Como did great pressure there early, but the problem was left out all of the shield and gave tons of energy to that Frostlass. And as we said before, Frostlass with energy and shield advantage can dominate anything. And that's exactly what it did, as it took out Trevenant immediately and put the pressure down on that G-Fisk. Mudkip regrouping, nodding his head. Again, these battlers are playing at Snapcasters Gaming and Lounging. This is where you can get all of your card gaming for your Pokemon, TCG, Magic the Gathering, Dragon Ball Z, a great card shop, wonderful organization. They have been nothing but grateful and opening arms to us here in this tournament. So we are so excited and grateful to be doing it here with them. Go check them out for all your Pokemon Go battling needs. Or all your card battling needs. Or card collecting needs. Oh! Creaser makes the call. Frostlass into Como. Now Como got one tap in, and it is the Skarmory, and I don't think Creaser was expecting the Skarmory. Look at that damage the Skarmory is doing. This is MVP for Mudkip for sure. Frostlass gonna throw that energy, gonna get half of the health on Skarmory. Can he get another one? No. Will this be the Brave Bird? It shouldn't be Brave Bird because he swapped in, but it's Mudkip. So, it is a Sky Attack. He will get the shield though. Great job by Mudkip, building the energy, waiting for the next Pokemon to get swapped into Brave Bird, whatever, and it's not gonna happen. This might be a tell for Mudkip. He might have to shield this because he knows Skarmory is strong in the back. Gets the shield. All right. Gets the tap. Here comes the Sky Attack. Will he get the final shield off of Creaser or not? Remember what happened with Como with just a shield against 2 Pokemon last matchup. And the Skarmory. Oh no. Creaser should be throwing now. Ooh, that's trouble. Mudkip has to think. Tons of energy. 2 avalanches on this Frostlass. Yes, he gets the shield, and he's gonna throw. Oh, Mudkip's shaking his head. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. But the Dragon Tails can come through. That Frostlass is low on health. Could need 2 Dragon Tails to take it out if he brings back out Como. But Creaser doesn't even want that to happen. It is the Scrafty coming out immediately. No shields on either battlers. We'll find out how Mudkip will play this, if he's just going to keep rock sliding it or if he's going to throw the Earthquake. Shadow Ball will come through. We see that it takes the G-Fisk to the yellow. Ooh, it gets a Shadow Claw in, so that wasn't CMP because the Shadow Claw gets to sneak in. He's going to go for the double rock slide, makes the swap, and it's back out to Como. Can he get to the next Shadow Ball? No, the Dragon Claw will take out this Trevenant from here. Dragon Tail, too oppressive. Now, it is Scrafty in the back, and Como does have close combat on it. Will Creaser know that? Will Creaser know? These counters are super effective as it is a fighting typing, and this is power-up punch going through. Not going to hurt this Como. Not really worried. Creaser has to make the catch. Maybe he's just keeping the switch lock. There it is. The switch clock is there. 3. Makes the throw. Can't make the catch. Oh, the Como is now loaded. Hello, close combat. Creaser's aware of it. He's like, break, close combat. He knows it too. Mudkip, super cool, super coy, gets the W. It is 1-1. Como leading the way. Look at that. Oh, the game kicked them both out. They're going to do third matchup. Mudkip's like, oh, you talking to me, bro? He's in it. Mudkip is in the game. Creaser's in the moment. These battlers are ready for the third one. It's so exciting. We love seeing these battlers in the finals, undefeated, playing in person, getting to enjoy each other's company and have some fun. We've seen Como 2 matchups now. Will the Quillfish come out? Will he bring out his Swampert? We don't know yet. Creaser's team is definitely not a meta team, but as a Sylph battler, you know how to play around these Pokemon. You've seen them before. You haven't seen a line like this because Lantern hasn't been that prominent, but you know how to work around it. You've got Shadow Ball on Hisui and Quillfish. You got Close Combat on Como. You got Seed Bombs on Trevenant. Like, you're set. So we'll see how he plays out. Yeah, Earthquake on Swampert too, good too. These battlers are locked in. They are ready to go, debating on what they're gonna do, how they're gonna play out this last matchup. Winner gets the trophy. This is for the sweep of the tournament. There is no other undefeated. There will be no ties after this. This is the final matchup. We got to see Creaser rocking all the way up to this point here, and it's been wonderful to watch him play this Frostlass beautifully, absolutely masterfully. But it's also been wonderful to watch Mudkip dominate with that Skarmory. Only seeing two rounds with him, right? And those Skarmory plays were probably his key matchups there. Like, that Pokemon is absolutely the dark horse and MVP for his team. We'll see how they play out in Game 3 as we're getting into it. Here we go, Frostlass into G-Fisk. 2, 1, bing. Here we go. Okay, so farming down. We've seen this play before. Both battlers now will do some extra farming, maybe try to get Cat. No, Mudkip's going straight for the Rock Slide. Creaser's going to stay on the shields. That's effective. Could be a tell. We'll have to find out. Here comes an Avalanche. Will Mudkip give up his shield? No, doesn't give up his shield. Look at that. In comes the Avalanche. Oh, makes the catch. Creaser digging back into round 1 Omega Project for those catches and makes another beautiful catch in round 3. Como comes in for that chunk damage, but here's the thing, it is dragon typing. The Earthquake will still be effective. Will it get shields or not? Now, close combat here would be really silly, but great at the same time because you get that shield, because now he's got all of the energy. Your defense has dropped. This Earthquake could KO. This will force a shield here from Mudkip. Or KO Como. And he brings back out his own G-Fisk in the shield advantage here. Mudkip playing it smooth, but Creaser gets to the Earthquake before. This will give up the shield. Woo, Mudkip tapping away. Looks like they caught up. Yeah, there you go. The extra tap there was the turn on the CMP. So he gets the throw, and it's a shielded Earthquake. There are no shields left. Mudkip has to get a catch or something. No. Ooh, I don't know what's in the back for Mudkip. If it's Swampert, great. If it's, for Mudkip. If it's Swampert, good-ish. If it's Trevenant, not so good. Gets the Earthquake, gets the G-Fisk off the table, and it is Skarmory. And look at that. Had not revealed that Lantern was Water Gunner, and that Skarmory is going to see the end of a Thunderbolt. You saw the fist bumps. Creaser played this out wonderfully. Great call. It was definitely a toss-up. Always a gamble there. But, oh my goodness. Water Gun, Thunderbolt. Who's having Season 1, Sylph Season 1 flashbacks? I am. Whoo! Creaser up in the air. High fives. Sky Attack won't take out that thick Lantern. The Water Gun could be enough to take out the G-Fisk, who just threw out all the energy, and Creaser will take the third battle. GG's, great matches from all of the battlers. Let's go! So congratulations to Creaser taking the game, taking the tournament, and Mudkips AZ for getting second place. Gets the trophy. What a wonderful, fun OGL tournament they had here in Phoenix at Snapcasters Gaming. Be sure to tune in as we will be doing more regional roundups. If you have a region that you would like out there and talked about, please let us know. We will be happy to put that out and get your region recognized as the Arizona region keeps getting more and more involved. We are excited to see new battlers showing up and turning out every month. There's Tucson still happening November 27th, so be sure to tune in for that. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific time for Battle Nights. That's right, we're back. Pallet Town PVP versus BTW podcast. These two giant community leaders are top notch, and we want to show off what they do and how great they are and their battling skills. So with casters Fish on a Heater, Round the Chat's Hot, and Kyle Throws, we're going to have some amazing times here. Be sure to tune in 6 p.m. PST tonight. Thank you all for watching Poke Battle Network, and like always, enjoy your battles.